Unit 4 Fundamental Skills of Handball Question Answers from Grade 6 Subject Physical Education Book Khel Yatra. Friends, you can change the audio language to Hindi, Punjabi, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam and many others. Circle time, point of release, page 79. Question 1. Observe and explain in your own words the point of release of the ball while throwing. Answer. The ball should be released when the arm is fully extended and just above the shoulder level. At this point, the ball leaves the hand smoothly and travels in the right direction with more power. Question 2. Discuss the difference between the throws when released from the medial line of the body and the one which is not through from the medial line of the body. Answer. When the throw is released from the medial line close to the body's center, it goes straight and is more accurate. When the throw is not from the medial line away from the body, it becomes less accurate and may curve away from the target. Circle time, eye-hand coordination, page 82. Question. Discuss the eye-hand coordination required for learning the catching skill. Answer. In catching, the eyes focus on the moving ball and send signals to the brain. The brain quickly guides the hands to move towards the ball and grip it. Good eye-hand coordination helps in catching the ball safely and prevents it from slipping. Circle time, importance of correct form, page 84. Question 1. Discuss the correct form of passing and catching the ball. Answer. Passing. Stand balanced, hold the ball with both hands, step forward and release the ball towards the teammate with controlled force. Catching. Keep eyes on the ball, hands open and forward and pull hands slightly back when receiving to absorb the force. Question 2. Elaborate the different types of foul and their rules. Answer. Holding the ball too long, more than 3 seconds, taking more than 3 steps without dribbling, double dribble, dribbling, stopping and dribbling again, pushing or hitting an opponent, entering the goalkeeper's area by any player other than the goalkeeper. These fouls give the advantage to the other team. Circle time, creative lead-ups, page 87. Question. Design a new game which is as creative as the lead-up activity. Answer. Game, pass and run relay. Two teams stand in a line. The first player passes the ball to the second player and then runs to the back of the line. The second player passes to the third and also runs behind. This continues until the ball reaches the last player. The team that completes the cycle first wins. This game improves passing, catching and teamwork. Circle time, footwork and body gestures, page 89. Question. How do you anticipate the possible challenges by studying the footwork and body gestures of your opponent team member? Answer. By carefully watching the opponent's feet and body. If they lean forward, they may try to pass or shoot. If they look sideways, they may plan a side pass. Quick footwork means they may attempt to dodge. Studying these gestures helps me guess their next move and prepare for defense. Circle time, doing things differently, page 92. Question. What have the instructor and the shooter done differently to improve their performance? Answer. The instructor corrected the shooter's body position, timing and throwing technique. The shooter practiced more carefully, focused on accuracy and adjusted the point of release. By doing these things differently, both improved performance and reduced mistakes. Circle time, footwork and anticipation, page 94. Question. Discuss what type of footwork defenders used for dodging the throwers and how the throwers anticipated the movements of the defenders. Answer. Defenders' footwork. They used side steps, quick backward steps and sudden direction changes to dodge the throwers. Throwers' anticipation. Throwers carefully watched the defender's shoulders, feet and body lean to guess which side they would move and then aimed the throw accordingly. Circle time, taking defeat gracefully, page 96. Question. Prepare a short write-up about how you feel after a defeat. Answer. After a defeat, I feel a little sad, but I also learn from my mistakes. Losing teaches me where I need to improve. I try to accept defeat with a smile, congratulate the winning team, and work harder to perform better in the next match. Circle time, reviewing the activity, page 98. Question. Make a list of the formations and positions for tagging the opponents. Answer. Formations for tagging: straight line passing to reach the opponent quickly, triangle formation for covering space, circle formation around the defender. Positions: front position to block, side position to trap the opponent, rear position to tag from behind when they move forward. Circle time anticipation, page 100. Question. Elaborate how do you anticipate the movement of a goalkeeper by looking at their footwork and gesture. Answer. I look at the goalkeeper's eyes, hands and foot movement. If they step on one side, I know they are preparing to block that direction. If they bend forward, they may expect a low shot. These small gestures help me choose the opposite direction to shoot. Circle time anticipating the shoot, page 103. Question. Share your experience stating how you anticipated the direction and speed of the ball from the movements of the shooter. Answer. When the shooter pulled their arm back strongly, I knew the ball would come fast. If they looked towards one side, I guessed the ball would go in that direction. By observing the shoulder and wrist movement, I could judge the speed and direction of the shot. Circle time, how to block, page 106. Question. Discuss how did you anticipate the trajectory of the ball from the movements of the opponent and decide your hand positions for blocking the ball. Answer. I watched the opponent's throwing arm and wrist. If the arm moved upward, the ball was likely to go high, so I raised my hands. If the wrist turned downward, the ball would go low, so I bent slightly and used my hands near the ground. This anticipation helped me block more effectively. Circle time reviewing the activity, page 108. Question 1. Write a note about the patterns of play in the opponent's teams. Answer. The opponents used quick passing, sudden direction changes, and strong defense near the goal. They also spread out in the court to cover more space. Question 2. Discuss what helps you to take the defeat gracefully. Answer. Remembering that defeat is a part of the game helps me stay calm. It teaches me sportsmanship and motivates me to practice more. Appreciating the efforts of both teams makes defeat easier to accept. Friends, we have completed question answers of Unit 4, Fundamental Skills of Handball. We have already studied the notes and summary of this chapter. You can find the link in the description and on the screen. If you like the video, kindly like, hype the video and share it with your friends. Also subscribe to my channel for more such videos. We will meet in the next video. Thank you for watching.